Our next speaker is Cathy Enright, representing the Trinity St James's cluster. Thank you, Cathy.
I can't see these. Does this come up on the screen? Oh, it's here. Oh, great. Thank you. Green button. Perfect. Thank you. So great to see everybody here today, and thank you for inviting us and for me to present on behalf of Professor Maeve Lowry on our experience of the HRB grant at the Trinity Academic Cancer Trials Group. So just a little bit about the composition of the group. We are St James's Hospital, Trinity College Dublin as our academic partner, and Tally University Hospital. Oh, apologies, thanks, I'm too small. And the Midlands Regional Hospital, Tullamore. This is our clinical leadership, and working alongside through the units with them are our research nurses, our clinical trials coordinators, data managers, research assistants, and pharmacists. This is just a little bit of detail on our funding. We were funded to 2.3 million with co-funding of 3.8. We built our grant around 5 work packages that you can see there, and we've submitted 6 reports so far, including narrative and metrics to show the work that we've been doing. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the achievements and highlights that are linked to our work packages as well, and I really want to focus in on our patient and public partnership and our education as well. And actually, also the facilitating innovation work package. So I think it's come up through the conversations here, the need to invest in our staff, to attract people into these roles and to provide education and support for people working in clinical trials. So one of the outputs of one of our work package in education was the development of a cancer clinical trials nurses study and networking day, which took place in September 2023. This was driven by our quality coordinator in the TSJCI and co-developed really with the research nurses across all of our units to really bring something quite different and quite significant together. And it was a really well received day, and we would like to do something again in the future. And you can see from the agenda there that it was varied. We had a very new CNM3 come into our trials unit in TSJCI at the time, Deirdre Laywald, who had come back from the Christie. So she was in at the deep end explaining about her experience from there to the group. We also had a piece about communications in clinical trials and a little bit about lean principles and how working in clinical trials could be made better. There was also time then for each of the units within our group, but also beyond, to discuss their challenges, their opportunities, and really develop a network for clinical trials nurses within our group. Again, it's come up throughout the conversations, the value and the impact of patients being involved in the development of clinical trials, but also driving the agenda and the advocacy for them at a national level. And again, this was called out strongly across the grant for our group. And we focused in on developing a patient representative group for clinical trials specifically. Now, we've been able to leverage some other funding that we have through the Irish Cancer Society, and that we're really lucky to have applied to a patient and public partnership lead, and that is Grania Smith. Grania facilitates our TSJCI patient representative group, but also facilitates this newly formed cancer clinical trials patient representative group as well. They were formed in 2024. They consist of 5 members across all of our units and all of the hospitals that work within the group. And there was we had the opportunity to link in with the TSJCI representative group to help us to build those patient information leaflets that would be sent out across those units to attract patient representatives into the PRG. And that was very successful, and we'll continue to build on that and hopefully bring in more members. But we also need to, I suppose, define what it is that we want from this group, and also allow the PRGs to develop what they want to do and how they want to impact on clinical trials as well. So you can see down in the corner, standing outside on a sunny day at the Irish Cancer Society, a big group of people. This wasn't actually just about clinical trials. This was patient and public partnership in cancer generally, and it was co-led by Grania Smith, our BPP lead, and Katrina Higgins in Beaumont RCSI as well. So we had a really good group of both staff and patients at that day, and it was kindly facilitated in the Irish Cancer Society offices. So you can see that there's across the board with staff and with patients a real a drive to be involved and really to push all of these things forward. So I think that this was one of our great achievements out of the HRB grant. Just a little bit about driving innovation and again building on investigator-initiated studies as well. The TSJCI was invited as a non-funded partner to be part of the Prime Rose consortium. We've attended some of their meetings, both myself and Professor Maeve Lowry and Dr. Linda Corrigan at TUH, and we can benefit from their experience of creating these trials, of embedding them across the system and sharing data for full impact of these kind of smaller niche precision medicine studies. With that and with the great support of Cancer Trials Ireland, we are looking to, and I say we, really Professor Maeve Lowry and Dr. Linda Corrigan to write this protocol with Anna Shevlin as well in Cancer Trials Ireland. It's called Progress, and it is Precision Oncogenomics for Drug Rediscovery for Ireland. It is a drug repurposing study for the Republic of Ireland, but also aligned with the UK Determined study. So we're hopeful in time that there will be a cross-border element of it. To begin with, we will start with our group, but we would like to see this expand, and really the group starting point is, again, due to funding, which we've all been talking about. I suppose a lot of this is going to come back to what people have already said. The grant, while great to have, really keeps the ship afloat. It's paying for what we already have within the system. So in terms of being able to expand capacity or to do something new or really get involved in the delivery of more IITs, it's difficult. That is certainly one challenge. The pay awards, those pay awards that have happened, and they've been actually quite frequent over the last few years, those have chipped away at whatever pot of money we might have had to employ someone new, to expand the team. So that's been a challenge because we cannot expect the hospitals to pick up the tab for that. The reporting, people have talked about this, and again, you know, the universities do this really, really well. They know how to do this. It's not particularly challenging for them, but at a hospital site where you're working day to day in your clinical service, it's a huge burden actually of admin and reporting and finding your way and navigating these kind of systems. So that certainly has been a challenge for us as well. In terms of infrastructure, I suppose really what I'm referring to there is EPR, things like that, data sharing. It makes referral mechanisms for patients more difficult because you don't have access to all of the information that you might need to assess whether a patient would be eligible for a clinical trial. So again, I suppose calling out that we need a national solution for that. It's not good enough that one site or other has something in place, because really that's just for one element of this situation. So to the future, again, the permanent clinical trials research positions, we need to see this as a clinical service, not a nice to have, not something additional to our services. We want research to be integrated better into our systems, better integration of the referral pathways across all of our sites, again touching on the point about equity of access for patients across Ireland, not just in the big cancer centres, and then to open our progress studies and hopefully make that available to others across the island. Thank you very much.